Welcome to Do Wilderness, a YouTube channel dedicated to your wilderness experience. This is the inaugural video in the Do Wilderness GT video series. And GT stands for Giant Tree. Today's video starts on the Pacific Crest Trail, and it takes off from the Barlow Road Snow Park along Highway 35. Please see the trailhead waypoint. Now, GT, Giant Tree, the giant tree we're heading to today is called GT2. And I'm going to video how to get there. This video is giving you or has given you waypoints. There will always be at least two waypoints, a trailhead waypoint and a GT waypoint. There will be mileages, round trip, and any other mileage numbers that are pertinent. And total trip time and gain. This total round trip GT2 hike is 1.19 miles. And the total time it took me was 39 minutes. Alrighty, as you can see, the first part of it here is on the Pacific Crest Trail. Now, what you're going to do is walk the Pacific Crest Trail, and you are going to have your GPS navigating to GT2. And you're gonna go until that travel line forms a 90 degree angle with the PCT trail. That's going to be your turnoff, is a 90 degree angle. And I will show you what that looks like when we get there. All right, see what I mean by 90 degrees to the trail is Right now, do you see the isosceles triangle there? Well, that's my previous track to this tree. As we get closer and closer, that angle gets smaller and smaller. Before you know it, we won't even have, oops, GPS just turned off there. We're back. See it getting smaller and smaller. When the triangle disappears, obviously that is when it's 90 degrees to the trail. And we're at 90 degrees. Now, watch what happens when I turn, folks. Oop. Turning, that's the direction of travel. That's how I'm facing. There you go. See GT2 there? There it is. Turn right until that direction facing arrow is on your direction of travel line. There you go, 90 degrees to GT2. Look up. That's how it looks. Just leave the trail here. Now, it's not far to GT2, so let's leave the trail. Now I am right next to GT2. To pinpoint exactly where it is better, as you get closer and closer to it, increase the magnification of your GPS screen. Basically, you keep as much direction of travel line showing as possible, and that will increase your pinpoint accuracy. Now, GT2 is to my left. I'm not going to show you it because that will take away all the fun and excitement of finding it. Woo! But what I will show you is right above it is a spring. And I do not recommend drinking the water here without filtering it because there's a lot of elk sign around here, but filter it. So this is the spring right above GT2, and I'm looking at it right now to my right. I said left, I meant right. So, I recommend now to get back to navigate to the trailhead waypoint, the Barlow Road Snow Park Trailhead waypoint. So, or you can go back of the way you went, but What is the fun in that? To just make it a triangle today. So set your GPS to the trailhead and you'll be just fine. Alrighty, GPS set to the trailhead, and you will be walking uphill from GT2 for a while. And just some tips for walking. You got a GPS in hand, so find the best way around down trees. Just because the GPS says to go this way, if there's a down tree in front of you, go around it. And I recommend, when walking with a GPS, to use a GPS like you would be using a compass, how you would use a compass. Don't constantly look at the screen. Use a GPS how you would use a compass. And that's my recommendation. Please watch my video on how to walk with a compass. And then in that video, I will also be showing you how, once you learn how to walk with a compass, using a GPS like a compass is so simple. It's so very simple. So check it out. I gotta pay attention. I think I'm gonna walk over here. All right. Now, if you just blindly, not blindly, but if you just stay on the straight line bearing from GT2 to the trailhead, it will take you along about a 30 to 25 degree slope, and you'll be side hilling. Because you're using a GPS, you can avoid that side hill and still know exactly how to get back to the trailhead. So when it begins to get side hilly, veer to the left and just keep going up until it levels out for you. Then get back on that compass. I said compass. Get back on that GPS bearing. All right, since I veered left to not have to walk on that annoyingly tiresome side hill, I'm hitting the PCT at a way earlier time than I would have if I would have remained on a pure straight line bearing from GT2. You can see I'm coming up on it right here. Can't see it yet. Well, maybe you can. Looks kind of traily here, doesn't it? Yeah. And this is how we came. So basically, in essence, we make a big giant triangle. I thank you for watching the inaugural Do Wilderness GT video series. I ask you, please, before you take off on this little short jaunt off trail, that you watch my video on the 9 rules of land navigation. Please, because there's a lot of important things there. I'm not going to cover them now because, well, I covered them in that video, and it will make your experience today a whole lot more enjoyable. So I will talk to you later. Not sure where my next GT is. I gotta think where they all are. So talk to you later. Thank you for watching Do Wilderness. If you like what you saw, please hit subscribe.